Pisces, hey, thanks for dropping in with me. I'm here to get you a little quest read so we can see what's coming in for you leading up to that third initiatory gateway that you're hosting with your super moon that will be coming in on the 17th of September. It's also a partial lunar eclipse that is wrapping up a very significant cycle that was kicked off with the Aries total solar eclipse back on April 8th earlier this year. It's also going to be impacting that north node of Aries. So there's a lot of interesting energy in play, a lot of karma that is being cleared out. There's a lot going on with the nodes of destiny at this time leading up to the fall. And as we edge closer to the hunter's moon in the sign of Libra that will be coming in on the 17th of October. So mirrored energy to yours. You could be dealing with an Aries. You could be dealing with a Libra. You could have one of those placements strongly aspected in your chart, or a lot of action going down in the first house, a lot of action going down in the seventh house. I do recommend that you look at both of those areas. This read, before I get into the channeled message, because I got a big one for you, just as I did for Capricorn, just as I did for Aquarius. And I do feel that the three energies are linked. So you could also be dealing with a Capricorn. You could be dealing with an Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Leo rising. You could have Leo rising. You could also be dealing with a Cancer rising. Okay, these energies just coming in right off the bat. This is for any significant Pisces placement, or if you have a prominent placement in the 12th house. Also, if you are Virgo rising, that makes you a Pisces descendant, and you can find something here for you too. I will be bringing in the signs as I do this read. Do be aware that anybody can embody the energies of any of the signs at any time, because we all have their houses active in our charts, and a lot depends on your progress chart, what's going on with your transits, okay? You may want to have a look at that. I have an opening download coming in for you, and I want to dive into that first before we get into the actual read and get into the cards here. I do feel like you're dealing with a difficult situation, all right? You are dealing with a very wicked, sinful person who lacks any kind of principles. I also feel like you're in a very unfamiliar territory. It's got like dungeon vibes, okay? It's dark, it's cold, and you're going through a certain passage here where you're not understanding the lay of the land, or you don't know how to navigate this particular territory. The passage vibe almost has like similarities to kind of a labyrinth type of energy. This could even be inner passages. Whatever this is, wherever you're journeying here, it's something that's been sitting for a while, okay? It could be deep in the recesses of your subconscious. This is possible. I got something about dank air, okay? Mildew. I also feel like there's scents that you're picking up here. You may even be picking up certain scents that smell almost like putrid or decaying or foul in some way. And I feel like where you're picking that up, it's a sign of this energy that you're dealing with. It's like a sign of malevolence. You may find that your clairaudience is picking up your psychic sense of scent. It's illuminating something for you. It's giving you clues about what kind of energies you're dealing with. And I do feel like you're kind of locked into sort of a triad kind of situation. It's interesting because I feel like you're not quite sure what you should do. And so I feel like you're reaching out to a couple of friends, a couple of allies, and you're sort of picking their brain because you're sort of at a loss right now. You feel like you're out of ideas, or maybe you're confused about a situation, or it could be that you're starting to get the sense that maybe you don't have all the details, or maybe you made a wrong turn, or there's something you need to adjust in this situation. These friends that you're talking to, you're telling them that you're worried that somebody's up to something that they shouldn't be up to. And you're asking them if you should turn to a particular person to help stop this. Somebody who you think can really help. There's a problem here, though, with this person you want to reach out to. In some way, you're not on good terms with this person. Either there's been a falling out with this person, or you just don't like this person. You don't want to sort of like ingratiate yourself to this individual because you feel like it's just, I just heard you feel like it's beneath you, but at the same time, you feel like this person knows what to do to stop whatever you're dealing with here, okay? The energy that's coming in for you, it really has like who done it sort of vibes, because there's a lot that's sort of cloaked in this situation. There's a lot of details that you don't have. And there is something you're trying to figure out here. There's like a missing piece to the puzzle. There's a key that you need to unlock a certain door, all right? It could even be unlock the door to the dungeon, okay? And this could be an inner experience you're having. The dungeon can be metaphorical for a place you're just sort of locked in your consciousness, almost like the maze is within and you're sort of trying to find your way out of a particular psychological knot. The knot came in for you earlier this year. That was a really important read because so many of us are dealing with these karmic matters. And with Pluto going into Capricorn tomorrow, okay, this energy is front and center for you. It's when we're dealing with heavier terrain. It's also going down for the collective, I have to say. And Saturn is Capricorn's ruler. So I think you're really feeling this intimately. You're feeling this very much so. You're really taking this energy in and you're working through some rough territory here, all right? But what you're going through at this time, you're on a stretch that's sort of testing your chops. You're meant to gain a certain sense of strength, a certain sense of resilience to navigate particular territory. 7-11 on the clock. Okay, there is alignment that's available for you here. And I do feel like you're trying to secure some kind of harvest for yourself. It may have a connection with Halloween, or there could be something about Halloween, something that happened last Halloween that you're kind of dealing with right now. It's like a cycle of time from Halloween to Halloween. There's something about this coming in here. Mirroring energy, okay? Could be dealing with a Scorpio in this situation. I also got this piece about a big feast and a vampire's ball, okay? So you could be connecting or be associated with some very hungry energies. They're hungry for information. They're hungry for answers. They're hungry for clues. They're hungry for energy, okay? You may be starting to find this very oppressive or draining in some way. You feel like you're doing a lot of chores, like there's a lot of work to do. You're not seeing a lot of reward from it. It's got kind of like, it's weird. It's got vibes of like Cinderella wanting to go to the ball, only it's a vampire's ball. And I know there's a vampire's ball that goes down in New Orleans. I'm sure they have them elsewhere too, but there might be something about that. Some kind of connecting point there. You're wondering, when do I get to go to the ball? You're waiting for the rebirth moment. Fat medicine coming in there. Also needing to really clue into your more subtle senses. You need to really clue into your radar, all right? There's a lot you're picking up here. I got a lot coming in through the clairs, but clairs you're not usually familiar with working with, okay? So clairaudience, also clairaudience, you know, things that you're hearing, things that you feel you can hear at a distance. You may have even been noticing like just sort of like that buzzing in the ears, that humming in the ears. You may feel like your ears get hot. And when your ears get hot, you know exactly who's talking about you. I got troll energy coming in for you. 3 trolls to be specific. You're dealing with like a triad situation here. I'm going to help you identify these 3 trolls. You will have a face-off with one of these trolls. This is a troll that you have to face in order to cross a certain bridge that you need to get over to get where you're going and to find the way through. And it was 10 on the clock, okay? So there's no avoiding this. It's something that does need to be addressed. This troll feels you owe them a toll. There's something you need to pay for here. This is a karmic matter. This is like paying your dues. Paying your dues so you can pay for your way through. You will not pass until this matter is attended to. It's coming through like that very clearly. Okay. So the first troll, and you'll have to just tune into your senses so you know who these characters are. And perhaps you haven't met all these characters yet, but I'm not so sure about that. It really feels to me like you already have these people either on your periphery, you've had interaction with them, like you're connected to these three trolls. And there was a piece that came in that sort of alluded to you may even be one of these three trolls. Okay, that's not for everybody, but we do know there's something kind of naughty here that needs to be untangled. And I heard naughty goes both ways. Okay, naughty can be like tis tis, that was a little naughty. Okay, to just really complicated and entangled. I feel like you're part of a triad energy, and that's why I say you could be one of the three trolls, right? So I'm going to go ahead and list off these three trolls, and I'll tell you the one that would most likely be the energy you'd be connected to. But I don't know, you may identify with another, okay? So I'm going to leave it open to your interpretation, but I will bring in my hit on that, okay? The first is the mountain troll. And I did pick up a particular geographical location in association with this troll. I picked up Appalachia, okay? So there's something about the Appalachians coming in here. There could be something connected to that area. There could be some type of magic, I just heard, connected to that area that is factoring into this situation. I mean, we know a lot of weird stuff goes down in the Appalachians, okay? Very mystical place, very uncharted territory place with a lot of superstition, a lot of hidden medicine, a lot of intensity too, right? There's a lot that's also concealed there, and you need to be mindful when you're traveling in that terrain, okay? So you might be traveling through some terrain that you need to be careful of, okay? Because there's a lot of things you need to understand about understanding the customs of being in certain territory. Now, the mountain troll is the biggest and the strongest of the bunch. They can take on a whole group of people coming at them, right? And best them, no problem, just with their sheer strength and might. The only thing is they're a little pea-brained, okay? Not so sharp when it comes to putting their mind to something. They're dumb, but they're highly aggressive, okay? And you do need to be aware of that, all right? Because whoever this character is, they view everybody as their prey because they do have this strength. So that's their advantage. They make up for what they lack in acumen with their strength. This could be somebody that has a lot of strength in the occult arts. It's possible. Doesn't have to be, but this is somebody who likes to muscle their way through things. The one thing that you do need to know about this character, though, is that they're really easy to confuse, okay? So that can give you a little bit of an advantage in this case. The second character is the river troll. And I believe this is the troll that you need to pay the toll to, okay? And the reason why I say that is this is a very crocodilian-like character, reptilian-like character. And as soon as the crocodile medicine came in, I immediately was sort of tuned into the energy of two bridges, okay? There's a crocodile bridge in Costa Rica. There's also a crocodile bridge in South Africa, right? So there could be some connecting point with these areas. There could have been somebody hired to do some work. It could be spiritual work that's from one of those areas, and they're exacting a heavy toll for that work, right? Or you could have had connection with somebody from one of those areas, or you traveled to one of those areas. All of these are sort of themes coming in. Remember, it's a whodunit. So here are the clues. You have to sort through this to figure this out. These are the troll energies that are guarding the bridge that you got to cross and you got to pay a toll to. All right. So this influence is a little bit submerged. Okay. They're very hidden. They cloak their energy a lot, but they are dangerous because they are always keeping an eye on things and they are quick to snap without warning. They're also dangerous because they can travel both between the river and into the sea. All right. So they have that mutability to them. They could be a mutable sign. All right. Mutable signs, that would be Gemini. That would be Sagittarius. That would be your energy. That could be your energy. It could be your energy. It's also Virgo energy. Okay. So this is something to be aware of. You could potentially be dealing with another Pisces. All right. Especially because I do got that you have to pay a toll. So you could be dealing with another Pisces here. But I'm feeling like you're a different character. I feel like you're the third troll, but we'll get into that, okay? If you are connecting with this energy. This person's guarding this bridge you need to cross. And you may begrudgingly need this person's help. I feel like this is the person that you're asking your friends about. Like, should I approach them and ask them for assistance? There's something about wanting this person's help because you know that they have the answers you're looking for, but you have animosity toward this character. You feel like this person's put you in a tough spot in some way, but you also know that they are a guide and that they can give you protection moving through certain spiritual realms, okay? They can help you overcome certain obstacles that you don't know how to navigate. This person in some way has also shown you your own inner strength and power. You may have learned a lot from this person. And if you do connect with them, you feel like they might help you gain a little resilience because you might be feeling a little bit low on your energy at this time. I do feel like this person feels that you owe them because they aided you in some way in the past. And they feel like you haven't given them what's due. You still owe. That's how the energy is coming through. In fact, I even heard pay me. Okay. It came through very, very clear. Pay me, like you owe me. This could be you owe me money, or you owe me a special favor. You owe me what was promised that you never followed through on. You owe me. You've fallen out with this character, and there's still a bit of a matter to be settled in regard to this. There is some payment due. They feel like you owe them, all right? And there's no way to get over this bridge or get their assistance. I feel like maybe they are the bridging energy. There's no way for you to get over the bridge until you settle this matter with them. The way you know who this person is there's a scent that's inextricably linked with them, okay? This could just be some memory of even like sharing a meal and just there was some scent, some aroma with the feast, that you really connect with them. This could be a specific type of perfume or cologne that they wear. This could be something they gave you to work with if you were getting some kind of spiritual help from them and you contracted them to do this work. There could be some kind of like resin that they had you work with. That I got a popanox, I got orris root, I have copal, okay? There's also a piece that's coming in that it could be just their body odor. There may be something even at times unpleasant about their body odor, or maybe it used to appeal to you, but then it started to turn you off. Okay, these are all clues. There's also a hair connection there, okay? So maybe you have a lock of this person's hair, or you gave them a lock of your hair, or they left a hairbrush at your house, or you've had your hands in their hair, okay? You cut their hair, all right? Something like this, right? That's the second troll. The third troll, and I feel this one has more connection with you because it's a sea troll. And we know your energy is very intimately connected to the sea. And if you identify with this, and it's not an outside character, okay, but it could still be an outside character. I want you to just tune in. You'll know if you are part of this triad or if you are somebody trying to infiltrate this triad to break up an intrigue, okay? It's possible it could go either way. It's a whodunit. It's up to you to solve this. This is a scryer, and they like to scry with water. They may even like to go to the ocean and stare into the sea in order to get their messages. This person has somehow lost some of the pallor in their skin. They don't have the same radiance in their skin that they used to. It's like their skin is taken on almost a more sort of grayish sort of tone. They might be suffering from some kind of health issue. They could be dealing with low blood pressure, or their vitality has just really gone down. I feel it's from spending too much time also in the ivory tower. So this could be somebody that normally really likes to enjoy going out, getting in the sun, sunbathing. Maybe they like to tan. Maybe they normally have really, golden skin, but now they've gone kind of ashen because they're spending too much time indoors, too much time sort of in recluse mode, or maybe they're in an area that's not getting a lot of sun, not as much sun as they're familiar with. This person's kind of inactive right now, okay? They're on a mental time out, so to speak. They're retreating, and there's something they're trying to remember. They can't remember it, okay? This could be a name they're trying to remember, a name of something. This could be a name of a root. This could be a name of a plant that they were supposed to work with. Maybe I saw 2233 on the clock. This could be somebody that you asked for spiritual help from in the past. This could be a name of a particular goddess energy, or this could be a name of somebody that you needed to tap into, work with, connect with, okay? A name of a place, a person, place, or thing. This could be some item you needed that you can't remember. I keep getting it as you. I feel like you are the sea troll. I feel like it is the case for most of you, that you got kind of like pulled into this triad sort of energy, but then you ended up pulling away because certain things started to be revealed to you. And now there's something you can't remember. You realize you need this person's help, okay? This sea troll has been actively engaged in either fighting for territory, staking a claim on certain territory, or maybe even in a battle over a romantic partner, a lover, okay? There could be a triad in place in regard to this. It's gotten a little messy. This character is also very much like a mama bear type of energy, very motherly, protective, they'll get fierce if they feel like their child is in danger. They'll get fierce if they feel like somebody innocent is in danger, and they will do whatever they have to do to come to that person's defense. At the same time, this sea troll is a little bit naive. They don't have the full picture here. They don't have an essential piece that's missing. They don't have a key. They don't have a puzzle piece. And there's something they need here. And maybe they were a little bit naive getting pulled in to working with these other two characters. I feel like the energy of the sea troll is mischievous, okay? And animalistic. In other words, I'm going to call it you. I feel like in 99.9% of the cases, this is you, okay? Maybe a little margin of error that it's not you. Maybe that margin of error is coming in for cross watchers here, okay? But I feel like you really operate from your instincts. You know, your instincts are what leads you. I also feel like you've really been trying to sort of figure out a matter, you know. You're more concerned with matters at a distance. You're not just sitting in this ivory tower. There's something you're really trying to figure out here. There's something that you're trying to unravel here. You're trying to understand it. You're deep in this process. You may really be drawn to working with animal energies as well, and like grokking the characteristics of animals. You know, you may take a more shamanic sort of approach. You may have been studying shamanism. You may have been working with a shaman who was giving you guidance. But there is this energy too, okay, about a tendency to maybe be greedy at times when in the shadow, right? And a sort of dualistic nature, right? You can either be very helpful or you can be extremely cruel, all right? So there's sort of like this little dichotomous energy running here. You're a master of weaving nets. You're a master of weaving nets, which makes me also think of weaving webs, tying knots, okay? This energy coming in. You may also like to adorn yourself with shells or animal teeth, you know, shark teeth, pearls, maybe baubles that you're very drawn to. You may have a medicine piece, or maybe you're being advised to make one to prepare for this initiation, this coming through. Or this is somebody you're dealing with. You'll know which side you're on, right? It was coming through very strongly, though, I have to say, as your energy because of the sea and how intimately you are connected to that. All right, let's dive in with the read. Yeah, there is sort of like something here with the filthy mattress that has just been, you know, sitting around for too long. And we did have that lover piece. So this is kind of scavenger energy here. We got rats, we got the seagulls, we got this mine, and here comes the spider. The spider was not here, and now the spider is back on the scene. This is crazy. This has been happening with the past 3 reads, starting with Capricorn to Aquarius, and now you, Pisces. This spider was nowhere to be seen, and now the spider's here. All right, so very interesting energy. All right, we know that there's, you know, there's somebody here that wants the prize. They want this cheese, but there's others that are willing to rat each other out in order to get their hands on this, to claim this prize, because everybody feels like this should be mine. Okay, so there's greed that's playing out in this situation. I feel like greed is the karmic aspect of this situation that's in need of transformation. It's like the spirit of greed has overtaken this situation. It's oppositional energy. It's like 3 energies that used to work together that are now at odds with each other, turning on one another. Someone here is really underestimated, though. That mountain troll is really underestimated. Like maybe people think this mountain troll, they may be strong, you know, but they're not smart. Well, maybe they're smarter than people give them credit to be. I have to say, I don't know. I would just be mindful of this. There are 4 energies here, though, okay? So somebody here is hunting trolls as well, all right? I feel that as well, too. There's a few trolls here, but there's also some outsider here that feels like these trolls have interfered and they've tried to take something that belongs to them. So I see 4 energies here, but there's 3 that are specifically connected to this filthy mattress. So this makes me think of like, you know, either a polyamorous connection or a third party romantic situation, okay? And I wanted to dim on this side, so I think we're on to something there. Let's check this out, okay? What is the quest for Pisces? We got the wet pants, okay? I feel like, yes, this is some kind of matter involving, you know, hookup energy, romantic triangle here. I also feel like there's somebody in this situation right now that is pissing their pants because they know that they're in high water and they don't know how to get through it. This person may even wear high waters at times. There's something about their pants being too short, or they may wear capri pants, something like that. I do feel like this is sort of a key issue, a central issue in this situation as well. Somebody feels like they should be wearing the pants in this situation. Somebody wants to be in charge. They want to have control in this situation. That they're in high water. They're in high water, or they're in hot water. Interesting. Okay, what is the nemesis for Pisces on this quest? What is the nemesis for Pisces on this quest? Like I said, I mean, to be in high water or hot water, you know, I feel like, you know, you want to take control of this situation, but you feel like you need assistance. I mean, you need to seek this assistance, but there's some toll that needs to be paid. That is the nature of your quest. I was really drawn to work with the Arcane BS deck for you, okay? So I do feel like you're dealing with some kind of arcane matters here. You could be dealing with some spiritual work in this situation. You could be dealing with really old, you know, old stuff and stuff that's been left to sit for too long. You could be dealing with old grudge energy. You could be dealing with karmic cycles here. And this is going to speak to the collective as well, because we're all dealing with that energy of Saturn in Pisces, especially with Pluto about to go into Capricorn, okay? There's a lot going on for all of us here that we can benefit from tuning into these reads. I think it's daunting to have to maybe admit, like, okay, I don't know how to get through this, and I need to ask for help from this person that I've pissed off. You know, maybe you're afraid to approach this person and ask for their assistance. You're not so sure how that will go. Yeah, the Queen of Holes here, you know. You're afraid of how much of a toll will this particular troll exact from you. Are they going to drain you dry? You know, you need to get to the other side of something. You have to be able to move through this door of opportunity to claim this new chapter in your life. Like you're heading through a sort of like sketchy stretch. And in order to find your way through, you need to be able to get the key to open this door. This is why you're looking to take this action. But you're afraid, you know, that this person's going to take a lot out of you. I feel like whoever this is, they already took a lot out of you. They've already taken a lot out of you. Who's the nemesis in this situation? I also feel like you're dealing with a lot of BS in this situation too. And when I say BS, I don't just mean bullshizer, okay? I also mean you could be dealing with like belief system stuff is getting in the way. This could be clashing beliefs. This could be different perspectives in a situation. 33 on the clock. The nemesis, it's this gross cup, okay? Something is sitting here, and this reminds me of that river troll. This river troll is the nemesis, all right? For you to get this new beginning that you're wanting, you have to pass this particular troll that's guarding the bridge you need to cross to get to the other side. And there's no way around this, okay? This is the gross cup. You may have been at one point romantically involved with this character, or you were actively involved in something with this character, okay? That at one time, it could have been some kind of creative project, that's possible. At one time, you know, you wanted this cup. You may have even wanted a new beginning with this person here. But then you realize it's not what you thought it would be. All right? If this is your nemesis, though, this is what you need to face. And what's at stake here is the cauldron of Dagda. There needs to be a purification here of the energy. I think you need to know how to undo something, how to unravel that knot that is keeping things stuck, that's keeping you bound in a certain position or set of circumstances. And you need to approach this person to get the help. But you feel like it's compromising. It's very compromising to approach this person in order to be able to get to the other side of this situation. Okay, who is a Pisces spirit ally in this matter? Who is Pisces spirit ally in this matter if they hope to protect the new beginning that they want, and if they hope to have this healing they're looking for, they hope to reclaim that cauldron of Dagda? Who is the spirit ally to Pisces in this situation? Interesting. This wanted to flip over here. I got meaningless garbage, okay? The raccoons here. So again, there may be something that you have been, I'm putting it back because it didn't come all the way out. There may be something here that you've been defending, that you've been taking a stand for, that you've been sort of taking a stand for something, or trying to like claim a certain territory, or trying to claim a certain lover or something like this, that really at the end of the day, you recognize it wasn't quite such a noble pursuit. In the end, it turned out to be meaningless garbage, okay? Who's a spirit ally? Oh, you don't know. You have no effing clue. Or could it be that your spirit ally is actually that mountain troll? Could it be? Could it be the one that you think is so dumb? Look, they have this like sort of sword energy there. It's coming through as almost like a crystal scepter that they're holding in their tail. This person breathes fire. They do have some kind of ranking. They're wearing a crown. They might have strong air and fire in their chart. They could have a connection to some kind of roots. They could have a connection with the Appalachians in some way, or that kind of, magic that comes from that area. They know how to work with that kind of energy. Six legs here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 legs they're standing on, 4 arms. That's 10. Yeah, you might need somebody's help that you thought that they were stupid, but this person actually knows what's up. They have a lot of strength. They have a lot of might. It looks like they've been able to fend off a crowd. Okay, whoever this is, this person may have some heated words for you too, I have to say. So you might have to deal with a couple of people that are challenging for you to deal with. I mean, this person does have some heat with their words, and they do have some kind of like sword of truth here. I feel like this person has the spear of loot, right? So not only have they called out a particular truth, they maybe have called it out too with quite a bit of heat on it. But I also feel like they've taken an action. They've already taken an action. This character may have already freed themselves from this little triad situation here. You may have faulty belief system around this individual. You think they're stupid. They're actually your ally. They know a lot more than you think they do. And maybe they just play this part. Oh, I have no clue. They pretend they're oblivious, but they're not. This person knows what's up, okay? Yeah, I mean, look at this. This person sees control in a situation here. They've transformed something in a situation here too. They were tired of people sort of like, draining them dry. They transformed that. They're ringing the bell, school's in session. They seem to have grasped control of a certain person in this situation. They have a firmly grasped a matter here. They got it under control. Could be somebody by the name of Brenda connected to this situation. School's in session, okay? I think somebody here was underestimated. You may need this person's assistance. This could also be an aunt because it says Aunt Brenda. This could be an auntie. You know what I mean? This could be somebody who works the roots, all right? This is somebody who has some kind of knowledge that you're not aware of here, all right? Let's see what the lay of the land is for you, Pisces. You need to, I don't know, you need to get some assistance from some people that you may have been sort of isolating yourself from or pulling back from. Okay. What's the lay of the land for Pisces on this quest? What's the lay of the land for Pisces on this quest? Oof, bottom feeder energy. You know, we got shrimp and guns here, right? It's like this thing where you're dealing with people who it's more kind of underbelly. You know what I'm saying? These people are not like on the up and up. You're dealing with some kind of shady energy here, I have to say. And there's a couple smoking guns here. And there may be a couple people here that you ended up getting separated from. You underestimated them. You didn't think they had the power that they have, but they do carry some muscle here. These people may work with sort of like, you know, some dangerous methods as well, or you could get into some trouble in this territory. I also feel like for every finger that you point at them, they got two pointing back at you. There may have been shots fired in this situation. There may be some kind of heated argument. I do feel like there's something here to be very, very aware of, right? Be careful navigating this territory because we know that you are dealing with somebody in this situation who's wicked. They lack principles. You don't have the lay of the land here. We already know that. You know, we opened up with that. You're in unfamiliar territory. And where at one point there might have been warmth, there might have been engagement, there might have been familiarity, things have gone cold. Where once it felt like, you know, there was this positive energy there. It felt like something progressive, or it felt like this light building in your life. It's gone dark, all right? There's something here you do need to be aware of in this situation. What's the beef here? Because this seems like this is kind of like a little bit of a volatile energy. Saxophone fetus. This could be related to the birth of a child. This could be related to a pregnancy. This could also be related to the conception of something creative. I just heard creative rights. Okay, there could be some kind of discrepancy argument over who has creative rights over something. What is somebody's creative property? There could have been something that was stolen here. All right. Somebody's baby, something that they conceived. All right. This is either related to a baby or a new beginning. And that new beginning could be related to some kind of like creative endeavor. There could be some kind of copyright violation, or there could be somebody that plagiarized somebody's creative work or interfered with somebody's creative work in some way. Okay, I think that's sort of like the meat of the matter in this situation. And there could be a face-off in regard to this. Whatever was done here may have been illegal as well. Bottom of the deck energy. You got to follow your instincts in this regard. All right. Scorpio energy there coming through with the serpent. All right. Don't ignore what you've already seen. If it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, you know, if it looks like a duck, it's a duck. Just don't fuck a duck, man. Because I feel like that's just going to get you in more of a complicated situation. You do really need to use your brains here. There is something you're trying to figure out. And I feel like it's not enough just to use your intellect here. You also have to really merge it with your intuition. You need to use your instincts in this situation. This might be highlighting for you what this is about, okay? What are the consequences that need to be dealt with as a result of your past actions, Pisces? What are the consequences that need to be dealt with as a result of your past actions, Pisces? What are the consequences that need to be dealt with as a result of your past actions, Pisces? A robot riding a gorilla. You need to get this. I feel like you need to get this character, this mountain troll that you thought was stupid, on your side, because they got the muscle to move this thing forward. I have to say, you need to team up with this person. You might be thinking that you need to turn to the wrong person for assistance. And you could actually be sort of like leading yourself straight into the dungeon by reaching out to a particularly nefarious character that maybe is really slick with their words. Maybe they know how to enamor you. Maybe you have a soft spot in your heart for them, or maybe you're very attracted to them, or you were their lover at one point. And you may think that that's who you need to go to for help. And actually, the one you need to go to for help is the one you've underestimated their intelligence. This person knows how to muscle the way through a certain situation. They're very strong. They're not just strong in brawn or strong in their abilities I got on an occult level, okay? That's how it's coming through. This person also knows how to find a way through. They do. This person knows how to find a way through a difficult situation. You may be keeping an eye on this person, all right? You may be keeping an eye on this person, or you may suspect this person's keeping an eye on you. You may sort of be already trying to figure out how you can sort of reconnect with this individual. It's got cloaking energy there, though, like wearing a mask. It's also got catfish energy, too. So one or the other of you could be tapped in through fake accounts on social media. You may be doing this to try to figure out a way to kind of like sort of like break the ice and open up a conversation with a particular person here. There might be something you need to deal with in regard to this. It could be related to trolling. It could be related to fake accounts. It could be related to something that was done with technology. All right. Or something that happened online. Maybe where you partnered up with somebody to find a way in, to muscle your way into area that you shouldn't have access to. It's possible here. It's about your past actions, okay? You might have strong-armed somebody in a situation, teaming up with somebody. I just heard maybe you didn't know it was going to go down the way it did, but it did. It went down the way it did. So this is some matter that needs to be dealt with here. It needs to be straightened out. What is the power for Pisces to gain by working through this situation and mastering it internally? I like this, okay? So first of all, I think you're doing the right thing by getting space here with space depth, okay? And you very well could be dealing with a Scorpio in this situation. I think getting space is the correct action here. At the same time, there is something you need to straighten out. There's something you need to straighten out with somebody that maybe you used to be allied with, but you had a falling out with. You thought this person was stupid. You had a view of this individual where you didn't really value their knowledge. But this person here, they do have the knowledge that can help you break a particularly thorny karmic cycle here. They got the answer you need. All right. There might be insight that comes through for you around this with that new moon that's coming up on the 2nd. This person knows how to protect your interests here. They could be a Virgo, because this is coming in with the Virgo new moon on the 2nd. This is to give you a little bit of a clue here. They might help you break a particular cycle that a Sagittarius has had a hold of for too long. We got owl medicine here. Owl is associated with Sagittarius and Native American birth totem astrology. All right. I feel like this person is the one who's sort of in control here right now. I feel like this is the person that maybe you used to be in partnership with, but you've had a falling out with this character here. But if you want to overcome this, you may be considering approaching this character, and actually you're meant to break cycle with this character. You should tune into the Virgo. The Virgo might be able to lead you in the correct direction there. Or there may be somebody that comes through with the new moon on the 2nd that really highlights like what you need to do to straighten out this situation. Okay, what's at stake for you and those you love? What is at stake for Pisces on this quest leading up to that gateway of initiation that comes in with their full moon on the 17th of September? What's at stake for them? What's at stake for them? There's definitely something coming in of a protective influence with the new moon on the 2nd. So pay attention. That's just around the corner. There's something will really be highlighted here about what you need to break ties with. I feel like that's a big karmic matter. It goes way back. You manifested something with this person. Right? What's at stake? Like I said, I brought up New Orleans. This has such New Orleans vibes, okay? And look, the baby's there too, okay? And this is judgment coming in. It's like there's some kind of new beginning that you really want here. You may need to grasp a particular Scorpio by the tail in this situation, or you need to firmly just like call judgment on what needs to be transformed in this situation and do a spiritual cleansing. So I do feel like there is some kind of cleansing you need to do here. There's something you need to cleanse away in order to transform a situation that is the correct judgment. But I feel where your judgment has been off is in who you feel like you should approach in regard to this, right? Maybe you'll be talking to these friends about this. Maybe that's a little bit of a preview of what's to come the way we opened up this message. And your friends will say, you know who you should turn to? You should turn to so-and-so. And you might be nervous about that because you had a falling out with this person, okay? I think this is necessary. What's at stake? Your ability to like go the ball. You got to get this chore done if you want to go the ball. That's how it's coming through. And there is something that will wrap up a cycle that, you know, really came to a head last Halloween. It's like, it's a full cycle, right? Whatever this is, it's like the window of opportunity is between now and Halloween. So you need to hop on this, man. You need to hop on this, right? Everything depends on it. You got to be fit for this fight, I have to say. You got to get your energy back. You got to get your endurance back. There's something you need to unravel here. And again, roots could have been connected to this situation. Somebody could have done some kind of root work, all right? This needs to be cleansed away. I think the Virgo will be able to help you. It keeps coming through as Virgo or somebody or something highlighted with the Virgo new moon that comes in on the 2nd. Okay, what's at stake for this new beginning you want, Pisces? What's at stake for you with this new beginning you want? I mean, there is some judgment that is being called in this matter. Libra South Node matter here, and judgment is being called. There could be a whistleblower in this situation too, somebody that is going to call this out. So there's a need to really get things handled here. And this just fell on the ground. What's at stake for you? Oof. This is pretty big. What's at stake? You staying stuck in this hall of illusion, fighting reflections, not seeing things clearly, not finding the way through, staying at the South Node, not being able to transform fate into destiny. That's pretty important. That's a lot at stake. So it's like enter the dragon energy here, man. You need to really understand who is the true nemesis in this situation. You may have labeled somebody a nemesis that you actually need on your side. You may have pitted yourself against somebody that you actually need on your side. And you may be doing a bit of like sort of like shadow boxing, or there's some glamour operating in this situation. You need to smash those mirrors of illusion, man. so you can really see what you're facing off with here. Everything depends on it, Pisces. What's the cookie? What's the reward if Pisces is brave and faces this dead on, does what needs to be done? You know, maybe you aligning with the correct person is actually what pays the toll of that particular troll. You may not realize it. You may not realize it. This particular troll, this river troll, this crocodilian character, may be wanting you to pay a toll that they actually owe. Don't be a sucker. What's at stake? You gaining the true knowledge, you getting access to the information you need, and being able to transform the situation so you can rise on up and achieve that destiny activated that's meant for you. The initials T or N could be coming into play here for you. There's also a planchet here, okay? So there could be somebody in this situation that likes to work with a Ouija board, right? They like to do this kind of work. Yeah, there's something you need to unlock here, unravel here. There's knowledge you need to tap into. And again, Capricorn energy there with the goat. You need this knowledge. You need this knowledge in order to get your path back on track. There's fracturing in that medicine wheel. Something's off here. Something is protected by roots and should not have been tapped into without proper lineage or proper teaching and access to that information. The weird tree, okay? That's why things are so weird right now. Okay. This is you getting the knowledge you need to unravel this, right? That's the cookie. And that's what will align you with your destiny. So this is pretty important, Pisces, right? It's you untangling that knot. What is the target that Pisces should be aiming for here, Spirit? What is the target Pisces should be aiming for here, Spirit? I almost said, what is the Pisces you should be aiming for here? So you might be facing off with another Pisces, I have to say. It could be. What is the Pisces you need? Oh my God, I did it again. What is the target you should be aiming for here, Pisces? So you can get through the chores and go to the ball and secure your new beginning. Get to the other side of this. Get yourself untangled from this knot. What is the target you should be aiming for, Pisces? Some of you are facing off with another Pisces. What is the target you need to be aiming for here, Pisces? Some of you are gaining self-knowledge too, okay? It could be coming through that way as well. And you're freeing yourself from a particular karmic loop because you're gaining knowledge of self and you're going through a major transformation. Some of you are going through major rebirth energy. It's almost like the ending of your old identity. It's like a whole new you coming into view. It's how it's coming in. It's big rebirth initiation energy. And it makes sense. I mean, you are hosting that moon that is that third initiatory gateway that was brought in by the vultures, okay? So yes, it's like the mask is coming off here. This is about exposure. This is about removing the mask. This gains you the medicine, right? It's really activating your inner wizard. And there's somebody here, this king, this kingship energy that you do need to give, the finger to. There's somebody here that's just full of it. It's got big Taurus vibes or ox vibes here. You're the ox vibes, all right? There's something here that needs to be totally dismantled. It's something false. Some of you, it's a false identity. Some of you, it's a false person, but Mahakala, devourer of all enemies of truth, is on the scene. And what's true to the heart will be protected and preserved. And there's a new beginning that's meant to come in here that should be protected. But there's a whole lot of BS that's getting in the way. And once you address this and you give this the finger, the road before you opens and will lead you to your true destiny. Godspeed.